Automotive on the road at the speed of Meg. So, today was a day where my true colors really shine through, and that is how indecisive I am. So, originally I had planned on getting to this point in the trip around White Sands and heading north up to Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and then up into Colorado, and then banking around and going over to Page and a whole bunch of other stuff. That's why I got the annual National Park Pass, just to hit all that stuff and not have it cost as much. Although, regardless of where I go, I think I've already paid that amount. It was $80. But I spent the whole entire day pretty much in Almagorda. I think it's 4 o'clock right now, probably. And aside from getting an oil change, and if you hear a slight buzzing, it's because I rearranged some of the straps of my kayak on the top of the car. And it's a little better than it just was, but still kind of doing it. It's gonna get to me in a while. But back to the indecisiveness. Yeah, it took me like several hours to really figure out whether I should actually do that portion of the trip or not, because I've already done a lot. It's over 3 weeks at this point, and I really, normally for road trips, I don't really take that long. It's like a week or 11 days is the average, I'd say. So I'm doing something I usually hate doing, and that's backtracking. And the first time I went on I-10 and did White Sands, obviously I had to backtrack a little bit. But now I've gone into Almagorda, which is a little farther too. Not by much, but still, I hate backtracking. And I'm just going to do the short version of this trip. And it's a little more redundant, just desert. And I don't know, I'll try to make it as interesting as possible. But it definitely would have been more interesting going up north. But I realized if I ever do another cross-country trip, which... and I always say this is kind of the last one, but you know, they do another, it's only going to add 500 miles to it, whereas if they do it now, it's going to add 1,000 miles to the trip. So yeah, I'm just gonna go the easy peasy way. It's we'll see some Indian stuff and some giant cactuses, and that's pretty much it. So enjoy the rest of the show. Oh, not that noise. That's the moon roof, which I think I already talked about. There's a buzzing. I think it's coming from right up here. One of the pulleys or bungees that I have attached to my kayak. I kind of rearranged it when I was in the Walmart parking lot because I noticed one of them seemed to be getting loose, and the thing wasn't pointed directly straight. You know, it was off tilter, so that was making my, drift on the car a little worse. And I tried to fix it, but now it's making this buzzing noise, and it's definitely gonna get to me soon, so I'll have to pull over again at some point and redo that whole setup again, which will suck, but oh well. So I just had another thought, and that is, although I hate backtracking, and technically, a lot of this whole entire trip is backtracking because I've already done I-10 before, from heading down into Florida and then doing 10 all the way to San Diego. And that was the first time, not the first time I went to San Diego, the first time I went there to really live and settle. And this time around, I'm not positive I'm gonna go there to settle. I don't have that same, like, I'm definitely doing this. You know, I'm just gonna maybe go for like a year, see how it is. Maybe not even that long, who knows? But maybe this is a microcosm for my life in general, which would be cool if, you know, that first trip I did, it was good. I had a good time. But I skipped so much stuff. There's a lot of other really cool things I could have seen. I didn't, you know, I went to New Orleans, I went to San Antonio, but each time on this trip I've done them better. And I've seen a little more things on the way, and maybe this time in San Diego I'll do better somehow, because I'm kind of just repeating everything over again but doing it better, so we'll see. And that would be fantastic because I loved living in San Diego. It was awesome. It was easily the best time of my life. So then why did I leave? I guess you're wondering. Just for the hell of it. You know, just, I don't know, for the sake of changing things up. But I always had the intention of going back. Sort of. I don't know, it's weird how it works. I feel like it would be better to raise a family somewhere else than San Diego, but at the same time, it would be okay there. And I kind of want to settle down in like a rural small town in like the middle of America, but at the same time I'm like, would I just go nuts living there? Who knows? But onward we go. Wait. Oh, one more thing I forgot is another reason I didn't want to redo the 10, especially at this point, is because it is just mostly desert. Like, real deal desert. And like I said, I've already seen a lot of that, and especially in the hike yesterday, going through those sand dunes, like Lawrence of Arabia, Arabian Mike, that whole deal. You know, I got a little more crispy than I already was, and that definitely dissuaded me from wanting to do the rest of the 10 again, but, you know, it just worked out that way in my mind, so, hopefully it's not more crazy sand dunes. I know there's some of those right when you get into California after crossing the Arizona border, in Imperial Dunes. I don't know, maybe we'll stop, maybe we won't. We'll definitely tape it going by, either at 0 or 70 miles an hour, we'll see. And one more thought about my indecisiveness in this. So my thought process for whether to do the going up north route or just the quick straight to San Diego route was that it was too much, and I tried to rectify that by only including maybe just Santa Fe and maybe putting Sedona or the Grand Canyon in. But even if I just go up to Santa Fe, then adding Sedona is a must because it's only like 25, 50 more miles into the trip, or added onto the trip basically, from leaving from Santa Fe. And then from that point, adding the Grand Canyon's like, I don't know, 100 or 200 or something. But then if I do that, I want to go to Page, and that's like another 100 or something. And then if I do that, then it's only 100 to somewhere else, and it just balloons and balloons and balloons, and that's why I just chose to do the straight and narrow kind of, and not go up to Santa Fe. Because, yeah, you just do one thing, you want to do more and more and more, and, you know, at some point it just makes sense to do more. And that threshold was right here between Almagorda and going to Santa Fe and San Diego, so that's my fun dealings with decision making. Oh boy. In all seriousness, I was tempted to go in, but there'll be others, trust me. So we've seen some signs for the thing, and originally we weren't going to see the thing because we were going to head up north to Santa Fe, and the thing's in Arizona on I-10. But since we're on I-10, we're going to see the thing. I promise you we will see the thing.